Nebraska coming off its first Big Ten win of the year. Impressive performance as the Huskers put up 90 to beat Rutgers. The catalyst in that game, Andrew White, 28 points, 9 rebounds. Andrew, you had to sit out last year after the transfer from Kansas. How hard was it to sit and watch, and how much are you trying to make up for lost time this season?
The only time that was hard for me last year was on game day, just because when we were practicing and all the days in between games, the coaching staff did a real good at keeping me busy and giving me things to work on. So I knew what I was signing up for when I transferred and would have to sit out a year. So my spirits were pretty high, and I did a good job of just working on things. So I didn't really get too down at all going into my redshirt year.
Andrew, what is the biggest difference, if you can put your finger on one thing, between the two programs?
The difference between the two programs, I would say just the opportunity. I'm confident in myself to think that I could do what I'm doing now anywhere. So I think Nebraska and the coaching staff here just gave me that opportunity that I was looking forward to getting, and I think I'm handling it well. So every program and every coach is different, but I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Andrew, Coach Miles has asked you to do a little bit of everything. So how would you best define what your role is on this team?
I have to be my team's leading rebounder, and obviously have to put some points up and just be a leader to all of the young guys, just because we have so many freshmen and newcomers on the team. So they kind of look at me as the old guy here. So like you said, I have to do a little bit of everything.
I did notice those rebounding stats. 4 times in the past 7 games, you've had 8 or more rips. Previous to that, you didn't have a single game where you had that many rebounds. Has that been more a change in strategy, or just more of an emphasis on being hard on the glass?
My coaches do a really good job of kind of sparking my mindset to go get on the glass. Right before the Rutgers game, Coach Hunter told me that I had to give him 10 rebounds, and I told him I'm good for that. And I tried to hold up my end of the deal, but I came out a little early and I was 1 short. But I think with our size and our lack of experience in the post, you just need somebody to come in there and help as much as possible. So me rebounding really is something I can do to help my team, since usually on the offensive end, guys are looking for me, and I get an opportunity to score points. So I think rebounding is what I can do best to help my team.
Coach Miles has said very clearly that one of the biggest problems this team has is a consistent third scorer. He knows what he's going to get each and every night from yourself, from Siobhan Shields. How much extra pressure does that put on you guys to be offensively solid every time the ball goes up in the air?
Yeah, that's kind of a big focus. Like you said, we kind of know what we're going to get from Siobhan and myself, but I think we have a lot of guys capable of being a third scorer, like Ty Webster and Jack McVeigh. So I think those guys have the potential to do that. But like you said, it's pressure on me to do a lot of things. So, and I asked for that responsibility. So it's not too much for me to handle by having to put points up on the board. I think I'm ready mentally and physically for that responsibility. So on the offensive end, I just try to do my job and try to get enough points to kind of keep us in the game. But like you said, it's a team thing. So I think as the year goes on, hopefully we'll get a little bit more scoring production from some of the other guys.
You play Minnesota at home on Tuesday. The Gophers have lost 5 straight. They're winless in the Big Ten. I hate to use the term must win, so I won't. But to keep the momentum going, how much is this a game that you guys look at and say you absolutely have to have?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind you saying that at all. It is a must-win for us. We got 1 win the other day, but we're still 1-3, so this is not the time to get ahead of ourselves. And it's a good opportunity to win just because we're at home, so that gives us a little bit of momentum. And one thing I know about Minnesota is, although they're 0-4, they're better than their record indicates. So they're a Pitino coach team, and I know a little bit about the Pitinos. They're a really tough family. So I know that Coach Pitino is in those guys, sparking them up for this game, and they're desperate, but so are we. So I'm definitely looking forward to just having the opportunity to go out there and, you know, put up a big performance to help my team try to come out with this game so we can, like you said, keep the momentum going a little bit.
Nebraska's Andrew White joining us from our campus studio in Lincoln. Andrew, truly appreciate the time. Best of luck on Tuesday against the Gophers.
Thank you. Appreciate it.